Bam. What up, Yang Gang? Yeah, what are we going to talk about today, Dennis?
Well, I think we're going to talk about the CPAC conference and some very interesting facts that came out of that CPAC conference. Now, I don't care much about what happened over at CPAC, you know, all the buildup and all the extra days and all the fluff and all the garbage, because, you know, I look at that. I'm like, you know, I'm not for party. And so when I watch the DNC crap, I get just as nauseated when I watch, you know, RNC crap. But the main thing I wanted to see was Trumpy. And he came out. He did a good speech. I know that that's not going to sit well here on the Trickle Up, but he did a good speech. And he made 2 points known that we were wondering, those of us that want to kick the Democrats in the teeth. And one is no, the news media reports were false, and that he is not going to start a third party, which would be a stupid idea since he owns the GOP. Why would you start a new party and separate that? And the fact that he definitely is toying with running in 2024. Now, I know that that's going to make you happy. It's going to make you joyous, and it's going to be it's going to be an enjoyable year. So I look forward to getting the gloves off and battling with y'all over on Twitter and pounding the sand.
Yeah. Well, to me, I think it. So first of all, I agree that if I was Trump, it's in my best interest to maintain my stranglehold on the GOP. And if someone wants to challenge them, they got to step out. They got stuff from underneath that umbrella and expose themselves and be a third party runner or primary him. And that's it. And right now he's got like at least 50% approval for the 2024 already. And that wouldn't surprise me if like 30%, no matter what, is Trump, no matter what. And you got the other people just like his policies. And for him not running third party, that's a smart move on his part. But him saying and it's just funny, he's doubling down on this stop the steal shit. You know, he said, I think I might, beat him for a third time. You know, I don't know. I just might beat him for a third time. And I
love that line, brother. I know you didn't respond to that to the same way I did, but both me and my wife were busting up saying, damn right, Donnie, you get it.
I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, this motherfucker never quits, man. He has no quit in him. He just doubles down, triples down, quadruple down. I didn't lose. I won. They stole it. And I'm just like, I'm not sure that's a winning strategy, but 4 years is a long ways away too. So this is just fodder bullshit right now for the next 2 years until the midterms. And I think that's where he can prove or disprove his self on, can his I'm going to call that his backing of certain candidates flip the House. It's all about the midterms to determine how much clout and power does he really have to make a difference. And then
we'll get back to the important business of the government and impeach Biden, just like they did Trump left and right for everything that he did. So, I think that they will flip the House because they see that the Democrats are already stepping on it. Their failure to get the stimulus checks out, they're backtracking on the $2,000 lie. At first, I was the one saying, "Hey, you guys, come on!" I thought that they meant, the 1,600, the 2,000 less the 4, and then I got bombarded DMs and open Twitter saying, "No. Here's the stuff that they were running on in Georgia. They were very clear. There was going to be a $2,000 check out the door immediately. That is a verbatim quote from Biden himself, and that was an absolute lie. And so they already backtracked on that." They backtracked on the means testing, saying, "Oh, sure, well, we can negotiate the means testing more." And then you know what? Then we come and we start bombing Syria. It's going to be a nightmare of an administration. It's everything that I warned you guys about, and it's all going to come true. And guess what? The Dems are going to lose it again because the Democrats, the DNC, have complete crap for strategy.
Yeah, I think we're going. It's. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a slam dunk in either direction, honestly, where it depends on how much vitriol is there still in 2 years for Trump per se. And then it wouldn't surprise me if the Democrats just shot themselves in the foot, which they're clearly doing. And they also abandoned ship on the $15 an hour job, minimum wage guarantee. So Biden's words were, "We need it now." Eventually, is what he should have said.
Well, the
You know,
funny thing
March 1st.
is, he never included that in the stimulus package talks. So I was surprised to see him slam that in there. That motherfucker. Okay, so what he did, right? They bullshitted their way to get the two geniuses over there towards victory in Georgia, right?
Mhm.
And so we already know they lied about the dollar amount. I don't remember seeing anything about a $15 federal minimum wage, but they slipped that in the bill knowing that it wasn't going to go through, right? Knowing that it was going to cause a fight, because guess what? The Democrats don't want you to have money because they're backed by corporations just like the other goddamn party.
Yeah.
And it's so clear to see this stuff and to see people up in arms and going, oh, this isn't what I voted for. Shut the fuck up. It's exactly what you voted for, and you should have known it from day one. So now what do you have? You have them sticking $15 federal minimum wage in there that you know isn't going to get through budget reconciliation. Get the fuck out of here. And then they blame it on the parliamentarian. What did we do when the parliamentarian stepped in our way? We fired his ass and got a new one, and that did what we wanted him to do. But you know what? The Democrats aren't going to do it because they don't want to pass the $15 wage. You guys were played, and the party sucks. Both parties suck. Democrats suck worse.
Yeah, the Democrats suck at wielding power and messaging. But yeah, the $15 an hour, that's something he ran on in the primaries. A little bit.
No campaign promises. Nothing
No.
to stick in a damn stimulus package that's supposed to go out the door immediately.
No, I think that's part of the maybe just like that's their way of pumping the brakes, man. You know, honestly,
Absolutely.
just slow shit down, more talking points, more division, more bullshit propaganda. It's just lazy. And then they got Bernie's like, dude, you say A and you do B, you motherfucker. And if I was Bernie, I'd be upset. Like, what are we doing here? We had this thing. This is a slam dunk through reconciliation, and now you're gonna put all these hurdles in the way that's gonna make it impossible. It's a talking point. It's a bad idea on their part, and
you know what the DNC says to Bernie? It's the same thing they say to Yang. Shut the fuck up.
Yep. Get out. Get it back. We're the machine.
You try to come at us, we kneecapped your ass. You know, you've been Tulsi, you've been Yanged. Go play in the corner.
Well, and that's my thing is I agree with the $15 minimum wage raised over 5 years. You know, that's just progressively okay. But you can't do it all in one package, man. Like I'm 100% behind Tulsi's idea of just a 3-page article. My name's Tulsi Gabbard. Page 2, $1,000 or $1,500 a month plus $600 per child or whatever it was. Page 3, sign here. That's how we should be doing shit. Do we agree? Move on. We disagree? We'll talk about it. What do we agree upon? Push it through. I mean, what the fuck? These checks should have been out. Like you said, Biden said, now. We need it now. And shit didn't happen. Here it is, March 1st. It's been 8 weeks. Or 6 weeks, I'm sorry. 6 weeks. Checks aren't even close to being printed. They're still debating. It just got through the House. For crying out loud. It's more tribalism because everything goes between, because Biden's package is popular to the masses of asses, right? It's like 76% approval rating, and yet zero GOP got behind it. Still tribal in that way of give them 0 wins type of thing. And that's not productive either. They're both playing that game. I'm disgusted with it.
I struggle at how it has such a high approval rating in polls when 99.9% of the people don't have any fucking idea what's in it. $1,400 check to me, baby. I approve. We got to look deeper into that because a lot of that shit is prorated out, and it has nothing to do with stimulus. It has nothing to do with getting our economy back going. It goes years out. And look, I'm the crazy conservative, right? I do not mind printing trillions of dollars right now. All right, put us upside down. It's fine. Get out of it later. Right now, we're in an emergency. Okay, we're in a global pandemic, guys. Print the fucking money. Let's make sure everybody is cool, right? And we still have mortgage problems. We still have renter problems that are going to come down the pike, and we're going to have to negotiate our way out of that. You know what's going to happen? The fucking Democrats are going to give a giant kiss to the banks. You think they're going to say, "Oh no, sorry, buddy, you guys gotta take a hit on this"? They're not going to tell the banks to take a hit on this.
No.
So look, we've got a lot of problems coming down the pike, and to be playing with. I know there's a whole bunch of liberals that are going to be watching this, but to be funding Nancy's, shitstorm of a government that she's got going on down there, high taxes and high spending. What happens when you have an economic downturn? People don't work. You're not going to tax them, and you continue high spending. And that's what she wants. That's what she wanted this entire time, and that's why Trump. And I know that you guys probably think that Trump was being an asshole about that, but he didn't want to bail her out. You don't want to bail these high spending cities out. It's difficult to swallow that. And that's one portion of it. A lot of it has nothing to do with anything else. The package is kind of a nightmare, but at this point, I mean, fuck it, send it so people can get money. I mean, there's people that can't afford to live right now. Just whatever, guys. Take the 1.9. Go ahead and give the people a measly 1,400. At least they're going to continue to get unemployment insurance. I think that's through September, and be some PPP for small businesses. So at least there's that. It should be so much of a higher percentage going to bail the people out as opposed to bullshit things in the future.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. But like you said, this is not there's no such thing as a perfect package. They're incompetent. They're not capable of it. Let's just be real, guys. Get our expectations in line with reality. They're not capable of a good package. So this is again like, poke in the eye or kick in the nuts situation. We're just gonna have to take one of the two and move forward because we can't do nothing. Doing nothing makes things worse. And that's where we're at, where we have this tribalism continuing, and this theater is standing between us and our tax dollars, stimulating the economy and bailing people out. What I'm worried about is this package is going to go through 1.9 trillion. And then September comes, we're going to have, what I'm worried about is an Obama-like bailout of the banks in September. That's the start the next fiscal year off with a big giant turd. A terrible package,
Guaranteed it's what's going to happen. You've got to bail them out. Look at there's a mortgage crisis. You're going to kick look, this is my wheelhouse when you talk about delinquency, credit risk, and all these types of things. Mm-hmm. The delinquencies and mortgages are astronomical. When you look at the 90 plus, it's ridiculous, and that stuff isn't going to be figured out from now through September. And we're going to have a massive problem, and we're going to go trillions in more debt to bail out the banks because we're not going to. They're either going to let the people get kicked out of their homes like they did in 08, which I don't think that they're going to do because the Dems will not want to own that. Right. But they're going to bail out the banks.
They did it in 08.
Mm-hmm. But the Dems are not going to want to own the 2021 mass eviction, mass foreclosure crisis.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Like, how hard is it to give the people the money and they pay their bills and you avoid all that shit? It's too common sense. It really is.
Too common sense.
It really is. It's too common sense. But yeah, guys, let us know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Is Trump and the CPAC and their golden calf statue, is this a good thing for the Republican Party? Is this a good thing for the Democratic Party? Who do you think stands to gain the most in this situation? We know who has the most to lose right now. It's Democrats. They have everything in their control. But in 2024, where do we see this? And where do we think this 2022 midterms, is it going to be a slam dunk in which direction? Because it's not going to be a middle of the road thing. It's going to be a slam dunk one way or another. There's not going to be a lot of wishy-washiness as far as I think it's going to be a slam dunk in one direction or the other. It's either both are going to flip red or blue more. It's just not going to be a wash. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, they're going to flip red. And what does the audience think about, should we then just start impeaching Biden left and right like the Dems did? Fuck it, right? Let's play the game. You're impeached. You're impeached, Biden. You want to bomb Syria? Shit, by then we'll probably be in 5 more wars. So yeah, let's go ahead and impeach him for that.
Well, technically, I think bombing of Syria is unconstitutional. He did not have Congress's approval.
It's unconstitutional, but we have the bill that was passed in 9/11 that gives him the right to do that, and they haven't challenged that. So as long as he's working under the auspices of that bill, the Patriot Act, he's fine. And so, yes, that attack is absolutely unconstitutional. And in fact, his press secretary said the exact same thing in 2017 in a tweet. But that was yelling at Trump. But now it's the same thing. So now she has to circle around to her bullshit in her next press conference to say the exact same thing. But oh no, it's fine this time.
If anybody could do me a favor, if you're good at making memes and graphics, could you put some tap shoes on Nancy Pelosi? That'd be a really cool meme to just put on those shoes and start dancing around that topic they all do it. You know, people on the right glorify Trump for it, and then people on the left glorify Biden for the same thing. And they shit on the other side of the party. It's pathetic. But yeah, Matt here says in the comment section, the GOP has a lot to gain, but the redistricting has a huge impact. Specifically in Michigan, we have a independent panel, so-called, where they have I think it's 4 or 5 Democrats, 4 or 5 registered Republicans, and then 4 or 5 independents / non-party affiliated. Are going to be on a board that redistricts the entire state of Michigan to undo the gerrymandering of the past. And that's specific to Michigan. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, I'm going to talk to him about how he sees the Republican Party moving forward as well for the county in the state. So it's going to be interesting, man. So you guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, and go check out Trumper, of course. His Twitter handle's right there below him. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, post edit.
You just can't get that damn T4Y podcast, can you? You're still stuck on that Trumper for Yang.
Did I say Trumper for Yang again? Okay. I'll do that over.
I'm just fucking around, brother. It's all good.
But yeah, guys. So thanks for joining us. See you guys next time. And like always, gang, gang. Sorry, Dennis.